Hi everyone, John here to show you how to submit a purchase order using the MyWell system. Once you're logged into MyWell, the place where you're going to want to go to make the purchase orders, you can go up here to Financial. Once you're in Financial, you can go to Add New PO. When you come to the purchase order screen, you're going to be able to put in the purchase order date. In this case, the purchase would be made today. The delivery options are my address, campus, or other. If you're choosing my address, it will be the address that is shown over here underneath the account information. In the event that you choose campus, once you choose campus, there'll be the option to choose where at the campus this item should be placed once it's delivered. So if you're ordering from Amazon or any other online retailer, the more information you can provide us here underneath where it is to be delivered will help us once the item shows up to the campus that we can make sure that it gets to the proper place. The last option is other, and here you can choose to have it shipped somewhere else other than the campus or to your account information, and so you would put that information in here. In this case, for the example purposes, we're going to choose the campus and we are going to choose the option of the green room. Okay, the next thing is to choose the vendor. Now, as more and more purchases are made in the system, the vendor list will be populated. In the event that you don't see your particular vendor, you can choose add a new vendor. But in this case, we're going to choose Walmart. And then we're going to choose the area of the budget where this particular purchase is going to be placed against. And so in this case, we are going to be choosing weekend service resources. The last option is to select a project. Now, projects are in case you're working on something that covers multiple GLs within the budget. And so in that case, it would be things like building renovations and those types of things. You can choose a project, and so it kind of creates a grouping of all of those purchases. In this case, though, we are not going to be using a project, and so we're just going to go ahead and create the purchase order. Once we create the purchase order, we're going to be brought to a screen here. There's a couple of things to point out on this purchase order screen. The very first thing is that you're going to notice here that this shows the amount of money that is currently in this particular area of the budget to be spent. And so you see a remaining amount of $150. That is what is available currently underneath the weekend service resources part of the budget. So once you've figured out what the item is that you are going to be purchasing, you're going to add that here underneath description. In this case, we're going to choose a chair for interviews is the purchase that we're going to be making. We are going to be buying 2 chairs, and each of the chairs are going to cost $40. Then in this case, what we're going to do is add the line. And you'll see that the 2 chairs at $40 each comes out to $80 total, and so you'll see that order total down here. Now in this case, this is something that I'm picking up in the store, so or this is something that is being shipped, but there's no cost, it's free shipping. The other thing that you'll notice here is that we are tax exempt, so there is no sales tax to be added to the purchase. And so we'll go ahead and click add. Those were both left as zeros, so obviously you can see here that each of those lines is totaled out to 0. So our purchase for today is $80. You'll notice that up here now, the total amount that we're purchasing is $80. The remaining amount that is left over currently within this area of the budget is $70. And so in this case, I'm going to go ahead and submit the purchase order. Now, in the event that I had to walk away from this purchase order, I could just go ahead and close this section of the screen, and when I log back into MyWell, I would be able to find this under waiting to submit purchase orders because I have not yet done that. And so the system will keep track of that. So if you have to walk away and come back later to finish this, you can do that, and it keeps track of that for you. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and hit Submit PO. Down here is where you can click to save the purchase order in case you do have to walk away. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit Submit PO. Then I'm brought to a screen here that says success, you have submitted the purchase order, and now it is waiting to be approved. And so if I go back to my home screen here, you'll see that there are purchase orders. If I go for waiting for approval, you'll notice that the purchase order that we just put in there for $80 is waiting to be approved. So in a future video, we're going to show you how to go ahead and approve purchase orders, especially if you're a ministry team director. But this gives you an idea of how to go ahead and submit a purchase order here through the MyWell system. If you have any questions, you can email me at john@cometothewell.org. You can also give me a telephone call or text me at 630-701-3588. Thanks for watching.